All right, good day. Last day of work today. It's actually only my second day because I was sick the rest of the week. But from now on, Thursday, Friday, tomorrow, going to be able to trade Asia and UK. So here we are for UK session. I finished a bit early today, so I managed to be here on time for the open. Just mark my levels. I had a quick glance on my phone, but nothing too crazy. In mind, the model's playing really well this week. Gonna go through that. Just marking yesterday's level, Tuesdays. This should be good. So let's have a look at the high time frame. High time frame is really messy. Don't know what to make of it. It's losing momentum, but I think, in my opinion, just not so much Bitcoin, but on Ethereum, it looks like we're gonna pop up. We might just repeat what we did here, like long range. This lasted a whole month. This was a whole month of consolidation, 30 days, before we ended up falling down after taking those highs. We did take those highs here, tapped into the supply. So Ethereum a little bit cleaner, even if I'm thinking we're gonna pop up. It's just a thought. Bitcoin way weaker, didn't even take those highs. There's a fair value gap on the 4-hour here. Supply is much higher. This was a fast move. Doesn't mean that we're gonna recover some of that. You see, like those ones, we didn't recover much of it. This one was a bit better. This one was a good recovery as well, retesting those lows. A little bit like here, retesting those lows. So there is a possibility that on Bitcoin we might go a bit higher, but we could be in, where was it? In that situation here, if you, this is on the daily, but if you zoom out, you had this low here, swept it, consolidated, had a bit of a bounce, and ended up keep going lower. That's been my idea this whole time for here. I thought this was the sweep and this was the consolidation, and then we were gonna keep breaking down here, but we didn't. We held those lows pretty well, and now we've been in that range for almost 2 months. So it's a while. Just remove the drawings to see the higher time frame, so it's a bit cleaner. Nothing crazy. There's a sweep here on Ethereum. Divergence between the two assets. We are retesting the EMAs from the underside on the 4-hour, but we're holding them on Ethereum. This was 3 clean levels down. This was 4 levels up. This was 3 clean levels down as well. This was so nice. 1, 2, 3. US marks the low, and now we've got 1, range 2. So we might keep pushing higher. Maybe we're just gonna keep ranging for those 2 summer months in in the US, July and August. That's the idea. But yeah, you can't deny here how good it was. Sometimes it's only good in hindsight, but like this week was nice. Had a clean W, rise level 1, rise level 2, rise level 3. Could count this 4 extension. They have an M formation. Bit difficult with that massive move in US. But let's say this was the M. Drop level 1. Beautiful drop level 2. And drop level 3 here in US. I went back to work here, so that's my day. So I don't trade US. This is night for me. 10 p.m. I wake up at 4:30, so I woke up about here, and then breakfast, went to work, start work at 6. So didn't see any of that. This was such a good trade, and that's why sometimes I trade the CME Open, which is 8 a.m. my time in Eastern Australia, because sometimes you have this move here into the CME Open before the Asia Open. And today, end of US, we've got the FOMC rate. So tomorrow, FOMC Open is highly likely to get a move as well. It's not a given, but these are the days where I'll pay a lot of attention to the CME Open. Will be on Monday. See here, 8 a.m. That's when we started moving up. Boom. And after news like CPI or especially FOMC, because it's at the end of, it's 4 a.m. my time, so it'll be at the end of the US here, mid US. So here for CME Open is usually when you get the move, like for response of the news that the FOMC that happened end of US. So I'm gonna be able to be at the laptop tomorrow for that. And yeah, so let me mark the Asia range from today. Then we'll be all set. Market opens in 8 minutes. Coffee at 5 p.m. That Friday, gap has been closed. Bitcoin, Ethereum as well, it's been closed here in the US. That was the last price market closed at the end of the US session on Friday. So it's roughly your CME gap. This has been closed. The level is way better on Bitcoin. See, I said it's weaker, but sometimes here, like, it's definitely stronger. Held that level better, didn't make a lower high like Ethereum did here, and Bitcoin didn't make a high, whereas Ethereum did not. So let me mark the Asia session range. Finally came up to tap this supply on Bitcoin, which we've been rejecting on Ethereum. So I'm not too sure if we're going to get continuation to the upside. We might just get 1-2 level and then continuation if we are bearish. You reclaim previous week's range on Bitcoin. We haven't left it on Ethereum. That's why it was a good short from here as well. This setup was so much better. So the one I just talked about before on Ethereum. So you have the W 1-2 levels up. Sometimes I like to think as 1-2-3 pushes up. Beautiful M. Tap this supply here perfectly, rejecting the 50 EMA. This was so nice. I'm so upset that I wasn't at the charts. And then 8 a.m. There's something wrong here. Yeah, it's wrong time zone. +10. Yeah, 8 o'clock, right before. Beautiful short, like, so nice. Honestly, crazy. I don't know if I would have target that low, but when candles are moving that fast, target. I think this was Monday's low. There's a 4-hour trade here. So upset. I couldn't trade this, but still no trade for the week. Still no trades. Let me mark that Asia range. Haven't marked it yet here on Ethereum. So there we go. Yeah, nothing crazy that I'm expecting. There's clearly what, rise level 1, range rise level 2, but we're tapping into the supply, and Ethereum has failed to go higher. Really tough situation. This is the last demand on Bitcoin. Yeah, don't really know what to make of it. Sorry about that. This could be that on the 1 hour was drop level 1, drop level 2, drop level 3. But we're just in that trend still so far, ranging up. Levels are impossible for me to tell. Within this price action, it's not really clean. If it's not clean, I don't try to force a count or anything. When it's clean, it's clean. Like here, this move, W 1, 2, 3, 4. Tap the high of previous week. I mean, this is really clean. And this here as well, down 1, 2, 3, done. This was US. I don't trade it. This was Asia, really morning for me before work, like at work. 8 a.m. I was at work. I start at 6. I was trading that UK session here, and I was looking for shorts, but I didn't like entering, any sort of trade. 8:30 is usually when I stop, but even, this was a clean information here. Like something like this is very aggressive for me. I don't feel confident opening trades like this, especially before US and especially before going to bed. But this would have turned out beautifully if you ride the 3 levels, which I usually don't do. I'd say you've got 1, 2, you expect a third one, just target this low. That's a 6.4 hour trade. But this, I'm surprised that none of the assets he took the first high in Asia. So hasn't been taken on Bitcoin, it hasn't been taken on Ethereum too. Usually you get one of both that takes the liquidity before creating the reversal. But yeah, that would have sort of the trade can get. This was nice, It's just not. I try to be in and out of a trade within the session. If something like this is very obvious, I'll take it. At this stage, I had no proof that there was no market structure break. I like to wait for the first drop after the M and the retest. That's usually my entry. It's a bit of a trap because if you were trading US, this is quite a nice rejection here. KUM, first drop through the 50 EMA, then that retest here, which was 50% of Asia. Looks like the weekly open here. Yeah. And then US just said, fuck you all. If you were to enter that trade. This was decent, yeah. That's why market can be very brutal at times. Alright, we just opened now. Let's see what the market's doing. I got no idea at all of any trades that could present right now. So it's not a good start. But we'll wait and see. Oh my god. Let's see a bit what the altcoins are doing. Never trade them, so just look a little bit at market structure. So much weaker. I mean, Solana's not bad, but it's been making low highs. Well, Bitcoin and Ethereum been going higher over the last month. BNB. BNB is the one that's so difficult to trade. I remember looking at it, just does wild moves and it's different from the rest of the overall market. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like trading altcoins, especially in those conditions. During the bull market, yeah, you get crazier moves than Bitcoin and Ethereum. And if you can find a good entry on Bitcoin and Ethereum and have a good one on whatever altcoin you're trading as well, you can get just so much more percent out of one move. Yeah, I'm definitely not lost, but don't know what the higher time frame is doing. It's really difficult to get a good read. I think everyone's guessing at this point. 4 hours messy. So there's higher liquidity on Bitcoin that we still haven't tapped. There's still that one as well. Pretty much double top now. It's a good area for a target. I'm just not sure we're going to keep going higher. I don't think we'll get anything of that UK session before FOMC tonight. It's not a given. Sometimes we do trend down or up, like people are de-risking before the actual rate decision. But yeah, before big news like this, usually don't expect much from the market. Tomorrow morning would be good. I'm gonna be live tomorrow for Asia session. So FOMC is here 4 a.m. my time. No, not this one. So yeah, that CME open here, 8 a.m. my time. Don't know what's the time UTC, but high likelihood we get a move here even before the open of the Asian session. It's really not clean at all on Ethereum. Ah. So bad. Bitcoin's pushing higher. Yeah, nothing sexy today. Nothing sexy at all. Sorry, nothing crazy to say. It's the game of trading waiting, so I'm a bit on my phone. This is what I usually do. I decided to go live because I was just straight after work. I had time as well. Can't go live only when there is action. Sometimes you don't decide. Sometimes it looks like it's gonna be crap, and then something really nice presents itself. Just got to be patient. Do something else. I usually have a timer on the 5-minute candle closures, but because there's nothing crazy right now, it's not a big deal. And yeah, otherwise, start having dinner, stuff like this. 6 p.m. here. I'll have dinner now, and then watch the end of the session a little bit later. Looks like we are getting that little push higher. No trades here. Not a nice open. Not a nice open. Nothing fancy for this session still. Yeah, I think we'll just get way more luck tomorrow in Asia after FOMC. Yeah, higher time frames just not disgusting, but not clean at all. It's been very messy for a while now. There's definitely trades in there on the 5 minute, 2 minute, 15. But yeah, it's been almost a month. And yeah, 2 months from that, from when we took the February lows. So I guess there will be no trades today. Yeah, very bad. I am just gonna call it because it's really boring, and I'm not expecting anything right now, especially before FOMC. So I might trade a little bit later. I keep an eye on it, but this open has been terrible for now. All right, see you tomorrow for Asia, and if it looks good for if it looks good for CME Open, I'll do the CME Open. Might do Asia in 2 goes, like CME Open and then Asia Open.